What's going on? How you guys doing? I'm Manny Vitale, host of My Fighter War, and it is Tuesday evening here in the amazing Detroit, Michigan, and I am just trying to figure out why I can't find my own page. Hmm, such problems. But I hope you guys had a great weekend, and I'm just why in the heck can I not find me? Can't find myself, folks. I know. I know right now it's one of those things where has anyone seen Manny's brain? Nope. But anyways, let's see. There we go. Now I got my little light going on here. Yeah, I'm just falling apart here, folks. Light off. I will get situated here one day. All right. So where are we here? Today it is Tuesday, October 28th. And again, I hope you guys had a great weekend. And not only that, but getting ready for an even better week. It is, it's fall weather is definitely here. And not only that, I believe I think it's, was it this weekend or next weekend? We got the daylight savings where we fall back an hour and all that good stuff. So we got that going on. Want to also, I really hope you guys had the opportunity to either watch last night's live with our amazing, awesome guest from Alabama, Christy Stutz, who was kind enough to come on and share her story with us. Um, just an awesome person, man. I know I say that to pretty much about all of our about all of our family members and everyone who comes on, and but it's true. It's true. Facts are facts, and that's a fact, man. You get people who come on here and for the sole purpose of helping other people. You can't get much better than that. Amber, how are you? Hi there. I'm probably going to be in and out trying to join the Zoom meeting. Hey, you know what, Amber? That's quite all right. I just appreciate you being here now. So thank you for that. Right now, it's me and one of the shenanigators. We've got, Groot and Susie the Wonder Dog is in her chair. Um, and she's not asleep yet. But thank you, Amber, as always, for being here with us. Definitely appreciate you. You're stuck with just me. OG has the night off. She's busy. She's getting ready for, don't forget, 29th. Tomorrow's birthday day. So OG's birthday is tomorrow. She's got the night off tonight. So yeah, she's going out getting crazy. So you guys are stuck with just me and Groot and Susie the Wonder Dog. But so don't forget to tomorrow, anytime after midnight tonight, you can give a shout out to OG, wish her a very happy birthday. And that's that. But yeah, back to last night. I definitely want to first and foremost thank Christy for taking the time to come out and come on and share, her story. We always talk about this when people come on and share their stories. It's it's really something, man. You hear all these different stories, and again, it's one of those things where you hear something, and how many times have we heard this as a kid? Oh, it's not that bad. You don't have it that bad. Just look around. People have it a lot worse than you do. And that's true. But as I've said over and over, it doesn't make our problems or our issues any less. Um, And I really believe that, our problems, yeah, they may not be as severe or as, traumatic as other people's issues, but to us, ours still are. And for people to come on, and we all know, Amber, and just like Christy and everyone else who comes on, who has ever been a guest on a show, or whoever has just told their story, you don't have to come on a show and tell your story to be a hero, man. Just by sharing your story with people, whether it's family, friends, strangers, it doesn't matter. By doing that, I've said it so many times, your words, your story, they save lives. They really do. Someone's going to hear something in, that show, that interview, your story that someone's going to connect with. And it will happen at the right time where that person's going to be sitting there thinking, man, no one gets me. No one understands me. No one understands what I'm going through, what I'm feeling, how I'm feeling. And that's true, up to a point, because we will. Jim, how you doing? Jim Leibel, the one and only Jim from Talking Trash, is in the house. Jim, welcome. How are you? We are just sharing a little bit of chit chat here. It's the best is yet to come Tuesday. You got to put in a title or something what your life's about. So I just throw whatever's in there. So tonight, it's about the best is yet to come. And it really is for all of us. Comes in little baby steps. We know that. But yes, so Christy shared her story with us last night. And another thing that'll happen is sometimes I'll get calls or messages after the show's over from the people who were on the show, and they're like, "Yeah, you know what, Manny? I wasn't sure about doing this, how I would feel afterwards." And next thing you know, I've heard it more times than not that they feel this sense of relief, that they feel like this weight off their shoulders, that by just talking about something that is so, terrible, something that is so like they're keeping locked inside them, that now that they can talk about, and they can talk about it here with us again, like I said, without being judged, without worrying about being bullied or anything like that, because you're around people that get it, man. We understand. And obviously we will never know how you physically feel. No one can know how I feel, you feel, or anyone else. But when it comes to dealing with addiction and that deep hell that we know that it is, we know that we can relate to what you're saying. So when you're telling your story, yeah, we may not physically know exactly how you feel, but we can relate to everything you're saying and that you've gone through and going through. So that does help. Jim, just back from spending a penny. And well, since we're getting all up close and personal, I had to drop the kids off at the pool before going live. That's right, I said it. And so we got to see. We get, just back from spending a penny. For those of you who are wondering what Jim is talking about, Jim just got back from spending a penny. You know what, Jim? I'll let you go ahead and address that if you would like, because lose 5 pounds. You know what, Jim? It's me we're talking about here. It's more like 10 pounds. Christy, here she is. There's the star of the night. Christy, I was just talking about you. So I don't know if your ears were ringing or what, but me and my group, just like you had yours last night. That was so cool. For those of you probably wondering what the group we're talking about is, obviously I got my little buddy right here. As we were getting our just say it, you pooped. I did. I dropped the kids off at the pool, and Jim, by spending a penny, It's this Canadian thing. We didn't know either. By spending a penny means that Jim had to go take a pee. So Jim peed, I pooped. There we go. And you just thought your day wouldn't get any more weird. So, Christy, we were just talking about you. Yeah, we're going to be jumping all over. It's going to be one of those nights because I got Jim again. Let's see. For spend a penny, it's an English expression for going to the bathroom, or as they call it, the water closet. The water closet. Okay. Well, there you go. Jim just got done visiting the water closet. And Christy graced us with her appearance last night. And it was a great show, Christy. You did an amazing job. You came on there. I'll have people that do these, come on and tell their stories, do the show. And then I'll have other people message me. We all see the comments and stuff that'll pop on here. For some reason, it takes me a while to see mine pop up on my monitor, but we see the comments. But what you guys don't see are people will message me, give me through Messenger or text me and talk about, the show, talk about the person on the show. And a lot of very nice things, a lot of, things where the person that is messaging me or texting me doesn't quite want to, post publicly yet, but they're just saying, I saw the show so and so on it, and it really made me open my eyes to my own issues. It made me feel so not alone. And Christy, just so you know, that by your story yesterday and by telling people, just don't give up, that the resources are out there. That's one thing that, we all know that when it comes to addiction, we will manipulate anyone and everyone we can. And one thing that we cannot say is, hey, you know what? I tried, but I couldn't find a recovery place anywhere. I couldn't find a building, an association, a group, a platform, social media. No, man, I looked and looked. No, you didn't. Because as Christy said, all you got to do is social media, man. You see everyone all day, every day, or every day, all day doing this. Their nose buried in their phones, looking at whatever it may be. And so the social media, the recovery platform, as Christy said, it's there. Whether you want to do something in person, whether in-person meetings, Amber, with the Zoom meetings, with social media, with us right here, right now. There's, if you want to do it, and as Christy and all the previous guests have said, the key is you need to do it at your time, when it's like, it doesn't matter what I want, you want, your mom wants, sister, brother, mother, father, husband, wife, whatever. It's got to be when you're ready. As Christy and everyone else said, Brandon Hughes, how are you, brother? Man, it's been a while. I'm glad to see you on here. It's been a bit. Hope all is good with you and the family and everybody. I can't get in the damn meeting, so I'm here. I'm really not sure how to take that, Amber. It's like, damn it, I wanted to get into something else, but I can't. So I'm freaking stuck here with Manny, and well, at least other people are on. Jeez. Okay. Well, we know that we were Amber's second choice. But you know what, Amber? That's fine. I would rather be your second choice, third choice, or whatever. Amber, I'm not sure. Well, obviously you didn't hear. I was kind of, when I first came on, I made the announcement of you're stuck with me, you're stuck with Groot, and you're stuck with Susie the Wonder Dog in her producer's chair because OG has the night off. She's getting wild and crazy for her birthday. So she's off tonight. Her birthday is tomorrow, obviously, as we were chit-chatting about birthday months and birthdays. Hers is tomorrow, the 29th. But, man, her, crazy as can be. She partying tonight, boy. But, no, but she's got the night off, so you're stuck with just me, Amber. I was trying to get into the meeting, and your face showed up. Yeah, that's something that you'll have to, try to forget. Let's see. Well, I was told, you know what, Amber, now that you brought that up, I was told by more than one person, Manny, you have a face for radio. You know what? It's kind of a flip compliment, but I'll take it. Um, so back to Christy. Thank you so much. And actually back to um, what I was talking about is what people. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Brandon, we have another birthday. Brandon's daughter, Maya's birthday is today. She is 6 years old. All right, folks, it's time to light up Brandon's page. Please, please, please. Amber, um, Christy, whoever else is on here, please let's get Maya for her 6th birthday. Let's show her what My Fight or War love's all about. Let's show her what Brandon's rest of his crazy family at My Fight Our War and all throughout the social media platforms he's part of is all about. And that is nothing but love, support, motivation, Karen. And that is to Maya turning the big 6. So, Maya, from your Uncle Manny, Groot, Wonder Dog Susie, want to wish you a very, very happy birthday. And I tell you what, I hope you know what a blessing it is for you to have a dad like Brandon and the family that dynamic because you guys are warriors. So happy birthday, Maya. Let's see. All right, got it. I'll send you a friend request. You gonna send me one? All right. So we got come on, people. We got to get Maya. There you go, Christy. Happy birthday to Maya. Christy said, wanted to go a little deeper about my addiction, but didn't want to say anything that could have triggered anyone. Um, you know what? And thank you for thinking that way. Um, but the thing is, we can't worry, and this is just me. You know what? I don't walk on eggshells around anyone, and I don't want anyone walking around eggshells around me. The decisions that I made in the past, I got to live with, and the moving forward, um, I got to attack this head on. And I know when I first got out of the hospital and all that, I was invited over to my cousin's house. My cousin, my blood cousin, who our family, um, you're usually greeted, in the past with you walk in, you get a beer before you sit down. My This was quite like I said, this was a while ago when I first got out of the hospital. I got invited over there for a barbecue, and all of a sudden, my cousin calls me, and he's like, "Hey, cuz, I'm really glad you're going to be here, but I just wanted you to know something." And he's like hemming and hawing back and forth. There's going to be some beer here. People are going to be drinking, and I'm like, "What? Are you? People are going to be drinking at one of our parties? A family? Are you freaking kidding me?" And I was only kidding around, obviously, but I really did appreciate the forethought of him um, worrying about his cousin. I mean, I damn near almost died. He said goodbye to me. He was one of the cousins that was there that notified that I had less than 6 weeks to live, and he was there the days and weeks prior to that as well. So it affected him a lot more. Um, but the whole point of this is I don't want anyone to act differently around me. And that's, if other people think different, that's fine. You can have your own ways of thinking. But when it comes to My Fight or War, and when it comes to sharing your story, anything goes when we're talking about, your story is your story, Christy, and you're more than welcome to come back on again. And because I really appreciate that you're worried about saying something that might trigger someone. you can't live life that way. And that's just my personal opinion, because just think of this: by what you may have said, may have helped somebody, with combating their triggers. By whatever it was you were going to dive into, may have been just what someone else needed to hear at that moment. So that's why I tell people, don't hold back. Um, this is all about when you are a guest on our show, and just like you were on Mondays, and just like our Monday set, guests are, that show is all about you. It's not about me. It's all about you, your story, your ups, downs, good, bad, and ugly. And we know how ugly the uglies can be. So again, I don't mean any disrespect towards anybody. I said when I started this show, back in almost 3 years ago, that I'm not for everybody. The things that I'm going to say may piss some people off. And you know what? I don't care. I'm not here to make friends and be the nice guy when it comes to addiction. It's called My Fight Our War. It's not come here and I'll tickle your ass with a feather and make all your problems go away. No, no, man. We are in this to fight. And sometimes things that are said may be hurtful. They're not said like they were in the past, out of spite, out of meanness, and out of, they're meant out of love. And so like I said, that's just how I feel. And that's why I always said when I first started My Fight Our War, that I will never sugarcoat anything. I'm not going to take something half-ass and then go, well, it really wasn't that bad. No. In fact, we'll dive into it even more next time. But that's just my thoughts. So if you, as I said, you are more than welcome, just like everyone else who comes on the show. I've always tell people that, when you come on with us and you become part of My Fight Our War, you're not a one and done ever. You're not one and done here. You're family. And that means, that if you've seen how many people come back on more than one occasion. Now, some people I've had on in the past, and you've never seen them again. And that's because they didn't want to come on. They were like, no, I just love being on different shows. And a lot of that is they want exposure for themselves, which is fine. That's social media is yours. Anyone who's got one of these has a podcast. You set it up, and you come up with a name and you go to town, and more power to you, man. If your sole purpose is to start a platform for popularity and to promote, even if it's self-promotion, that's great. I mean, you got the opportunity, man. Go for it. Ours happens to be in recovery. Ours happens to be the most amazing family around. And you know what? I saw, where did Amber? I love you, Amber. Here you go. The good, bad, and the ugly. This family is here. God bless you. That's it. You know what? And we're not going to judge you. We're look at you any different, no matter what you say, whether it's the most positive thing, comment that you have. God bless you. But if it's followed by, but also for those of you who think you're fooling someone by this and you tear into someone's ass, and I don't mean personally, but just in general about all the different things in addiction. No, because as I said also many times when I first started this, we are here to support, love, motivate you in any way possible. And as you guys remember from day one, we are also here to give you that kick in the ass when needed. And Amber, the last thing I would ever want or try to do is get rid of you or anyone else in this family, because you are the original shenanigator. And, the stuff that you do for this family by yours, being as raw and real and honest is appreciated so much, just like with Christy and everyone else. Christy, I'm going to get ready for bed. I'll catch up with you, Manny Vitale. We will set up another date for another live. Have a peaceful night. Well, God bless you, Christy. Get some rest. Have a great day at work, and just know that all of us here at My Fight Our War appreciate you and everything that you've done, everything you've gone through, and everything that you continue to do. So thank you so much. Christy Stutz from our Athens, Alabama, Alabama family, or as it's now called, Athabama. John Toole. Hey, John is in the house. It's always good to see you, John. And no, Amber, you're not going anywhere. You're the backbone. Let's see what else. If it happened to be if it happened to be too much Manny Vitelli, would have taken care of it, but I totally understand some people are way too sensitive. There you go, Amber. You know what? And that's just it. We take care of each other in such a way here because we're not phony about it. We're not going to sit here and, as I said, when I think one of the best things I ever did is when I started my Fight Our War, not knowing what the hell I'm doing was a blessing for me. Is because not knowing what I was doing, I was 100% me, and which meant no, I'm not going to sugarcoat stuff because it's kind of defeating the purpose. Isn't that what kind of got us here? Digging that hole a little deeper is by sugarcoating it. Shit, I don't drink too much. I only drink, a pint a day. Well, fast forward a month. It's not so bad. I only drink a fifth a day. I'm only doing an 8-ball a week. I'm only shooting up 4 or 5 times. We keep making excuses and we keep sugarcoating. And so, no, we need to, sometimes, make some waves. And sometimes those waves, wake people up and they don't like them. But hey, you know what? That is what it is, because with addiction and everything else, it's a vicious cycle, a vicious world, and life in general is tough enough. I mean, we're dealing with work issues, personal issues, financial issues, all these other things, and you got people in and out of your life that you think you can count on. And like I've said many times, man, you got people come into your life that you think and you end up not knowing them at all. And but that's okay, because it makes you grow as a person. And the fact that you can know that about people and move forward without relapsing says so much about you, because in the past, all we needed was an excuse for anything. Well, let's see. I had a really bad day at work. I'm going to start drinking. I had a really shitty meeting, or me and my girlfriend had a blow up fight. I'm going to shoot up. You know what? I tell you what. Shit, it's cloudy. Time to start partying. Well, it's Wednesday. All we needed was an excuse. Do I have a guest tonight? I do not have a guest tonight because I'm only going to be on here for a few more minutes because I have to get some rest. I am whipped. I just wanted to give a couple updates. But John, we got to, I know that we talked about getting you back on as well. You know what, Amber? I love you, man. Amber says, yeah, us. Yeah, shenanigator. Where's your other half, man? That was good. Wait a minute. Let's see. Anytime you post something, it's just like, oh boy. Let's see. So I was running around my apartment trying to get into that damn Zoom meeting, and I overheard you saying, tomorrow is Lynn's birthday. Yep. And so, yeah, you know what? She had to take the night off. So God knows, we got to give OG some time, man. She's gonna be partying like a rock star. So you got to give her some shit tomorrow. But be kind. She may be tired, partying all night and all day, or all morning. But that's all right. She deserves it. But no, seriously, she's not here. It's just me. Whoops, you can't see him. Groot and Susie the Wonder Dog. John, I'm definitely going to have you on, but like I said, I'm not going to be on much longer. So I really don't. I'd have to go through sending the links and starting that, send that out to you. And like I said, I'm not. I'm only going to be on for a few more minutes, but we'll definitely hook up with OG. You got. I know you got all our information, and we'll set up another time, and we'll get you to come on. That way, you're not going to be stuck with like a 5 minute. Hey, how you doing? Um, but yeah, man, we'll get you on, John. You got to have your dragon lizards and all that with you because every time you come on, people ask about them. But yes, we will definitely get you on, John. Um, John, check before you leave. Make sure that you do have OG's information because I know she's in charge of all that stuff. Um, but you also, you know what? If you don't, for whatever reason, just hit me up on Messenger because we'll take care of that too. But when it comes to all this stuff, oh, that's right. This coming Monday, I can say this because I actually talked to this person personally. You guys hopefully saw the post. This was back. Holy crap! When was it? It was before August when we were in New York for our uh, our studio out there doing our shows. But Coach Tony Morrissey, who also he is works for ESPN and Disney. I posted those pictures from. He took us on a tour. You do have it, John. Cool. Okay. Don't reach out to her tonight or tomorrow morning. She's not gonna. Well, you can go ahead. She just won't answer. Uh, she won't probably get back to you till tomorrow. But shoot her a message and let her know, and we will we'll take care of it and get back to you probably before the end of the week for sure. Y'all's in the house now, um, and that y'all could only mean the red lipstick lady, Lori. Lori, how are you? And like I said, John, the last thing I want to do is cut anyone off when they come on this show. And like I said, I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be on, but you know, I don't want to cut anyone off. So I don't mean any disrespect at all towards you by not having you come on yet. Hey, Tracy, how are you? Is- Okay, wait a minute. Lipstick Lori is great. Now, Tracy and Gary just popping in. Well, I tell you what, Tracy and Gary, thank you for your popping in. And how are you guys doing? What's going on, Gary? Talk to me. Gary, give me some good news tonight. Have a great night. Hey, we need more than that. Well, thank you, John. I appreciate that, man. And like I said, I mean nothing but respect by that because I know when you come on, man, you got some very heavy stuff that you talk about, and it is very what's the best way to put it? Um, very deep and very I mean educational. When you come on and some of the things that you discuss, John, are not fly by night crazy shit like me. You know, hey man, let's see. Here I am talking about one thing, and next thing you know, I'm like, hey, what do you call a bunch of sheep falling down a hill? A landslide. You know, right in the middle of a show where you're talking about the one thing that you said that there's a nerve or an epidural, whatever it's called, thing that you were talking about that makes you feel or think a certain way. And again, I'm not being disrespectful. I'm being funny as hell because the stuff that you were discussing and bringing up brings education to this crazy ass world of addiction. And it makes sense the way that you brought it about. And it needs to be talked about very carefully when it start talking about stuff like that. So that's what I mean. But you know, I love you, brother. And what's up, all? I take it that's probably Gary now, or Trace, or both of you. We are just sitting here chit chatting a little bit and about our friend Christy, our family member Christy, who was on last night. and some of the messages that I sometimes get from our family, and which was actually great because Gary, just like others, that's how I started chit chatting with Gary. Because I just want you guys to know that I go through all the posts. I read them, I see them, I try to answer them as much as I can, and I never thought that this would happen. Oh no, here comes Manny jokes. um, okay, well, let's see. We'll be serious again in a second. Oh shit! Before I get silly, let's read this one. Um, Very good. He found a beautiful car for me, picked it up. He is driving it now. Awesome dinner at Stonehouse in Romeo. That is awesome, man. I tell you what, hearing stories like that, that's what recovery, that's what my fighter war, that's what we are all about. Stuff just like that, you know. Because how many times in the past, Tracy, that story would have been, well, we don't have a car because, and I'm not saying you, I'm just saying some of the stories we've had in general, where unfortunately it's in the shop because it got smashed from driving drunk and I ran into a pole or whatever. So now, no, man, went and bought me a new nice car. So that is another beautiful post. Another sober day. That's a blessing, Tracy. I am so freaking happy for you and Gary. I wish I had more occasions where um like Saturday when Gary showed up and in person, because I said it before, man, it is so awesome, man, when I see these posts and just talking to you guys and just sharing stories or just bullshitting, man, just like now talking about John and his awesome education and knowledge about the inner workings of addiction and the chemical balances and imbalances and stuff that he is extremely knowledgeable at. And then all of a sudden, we're talking about a landslide. And since Amber brought it up, and since Halloween is right around the corner, this is only fitting. And Amber, this is your fault because I was going to kind of veer away from the jokes, but here we go. All right, Amber. This guy's sitting there and he hears trick or treat, and he goes to the door and he looks and he sees these three kids. And he looks and he sees the one kid and he goes, "Oh, what are you, little boy?" And he goes, "I'm a ghost." He goes, "You're a ghost?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm a ghost." So he gives him some candy. Okay. And he looks over and he sees this little girl. He goes, "Oh, okay, sweetheart. What are you?" And she goes, "I'm a ballerina." He goes, "You're a ballerina? Oh, that's great. Well, here's some candy." He looks at the third little boy or the third child, this little boy. He's all dressed up. He goes, "Well, look at you. What are you supposed to be?" He goes, "Well, I'm a pirate." He goes, "A pirate?" He goes, "Well, if you're a pirate, where are your buccaneers?" He goes, "Under my bucking hat." Ah, 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 yeah. Okay. Let's see. I already told you about the chicken and the egg. Ah, we'll come up with something. But see, Amber. But see, Tracy and Gary, that's what you get when you pop on with either me live or My Fight or War. Um, you get the unexpected. And that's because I don't want people to ever feel they're in a cookie cutter kind of platform in recovery where it's just going to be, you know, 24/7 recovery just being shoved down your throat. Do this, do this, do this. And I'm not disrespecting anybody in recovery for what they do or how they do it. I'm not. I'm just saying, I always said that this is not how mine's going to be. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with anyone else's way ever. Um, but, it's just that this is what helps me. And I always said that I will never tell anyone what to do as far as do this or else you will fail. Do this or else you won't be sober. I will never do that. I don't have that right. But what I will do is I will just share stories. I will share information from not only myself, other people. And if you choose to use it, great. If it works, fantastic. If it doesn't, we'll try something else. Um, but the whole thing is, my comfort level is just being me. My comfort level, and some people have, there's haters everywhere. And, believe me, I've got a lot, and that's fine. Like I said, I'm not here for a popularity contest, but, it's just, when it comes to doing this recovery world, I said from day one, man, you don't see any diplomas or certificates hanging from my wall because I don't have any. Um, my experience is I'm one of you. My experience is I've done probably a lot worse than most of you. And like you, I'm very blessed to still be alive. And, as I've said, I don't have the right to tell anyone, you know, how to do something. Um, but what I do have the right to do is share what damn near almost killed me multiple times, whether it was the shooting, the stabbing, the organ failure, the sepsis, the appendix bursting. Um, I know I'm forgetting a few, but then it's okay to laugh. I laugh at myself all the time. I know that I make an ass out of myself and other people laugh. And if that happens, that makes me happy because you know what? We're talking. We're not drinking. We're talking. We're not doing drugs. You're laughing at me being an ass. We're not, we're not doing something we shouldn't be doing. And we're doing it sober. You know what? So if I can be a total ass and make you guys laugh at me for an hour, I did my job because for that hour, you didn't drink, you didn't do drugs. So there. See that, Amber? I got serious. What did Amber say? I think Scott's the only one who laughs at my jokes. Wow. So no one else laughs at my jokes. Come on, Amber. You laughed at a couple of them. Amber's like, no, I laughed at you, not with you. God, I can't believe I'm zoning out on my jokes, Amber. If anyone else wants to jump in before we end this show with a couple little one-liners, I would love to have them, man, because I'd rather laugh than cry. I'd rather laugh than be angry. I'd rather laugh than be upset. So, if not, I guess we can act like diarrhea and run. I can act like a drum and beat it. I can act like a tree and leaf. Not bad, huh? Come on, Amber. You got to give me some credit for those. That was just spur of the moment, man, off the top of this little pea brain. What do you think, Groot? Nothing? Ah, okay. Well, anyways, guys, I just wanted to thank you again. Thank Christy. Thank I think your joke scared me away. Yeah, I know. But hey, you'll be back. Just like Case of the Runs, you'll be back. When you least expect it, they come back. Scared them away. Oh, I scared everyone else away. That's okay. They'll come back. But let's see, tomorrow is Wednesday. And again, as I said, hopefully OG will be recovered by then. And if so, I'll be going live. Tracy, you're still here. See that? I didn't scare everybody away. So to Tracy and Gary, this is what you got yourself into. This is the family. And we're glad that you're part of it, just like the rest of them, man. And I almost forgot about this coming Monday. We are going to have someone who is absolutely incredible. I've definitely hope you guys get a chance. Please look them up, Google them. and his name is Dave Stevens. Dave Stevens is a 7-time Emmy award-winning producer for ESPN. Dave Stevens is a world-class athlete, was in his prime. Dave Stevens played baseball, wrestled, football. I can't. There's so many things, and right now you're probably going, oh, okay, well, big deal. He did them at damn near the highest level, which was just under professional. He was actually given tryouts by the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. He was given a tryout for the United States Olympic baseball team. He played collegiate sports, football, baseball at the highest level. One thing I forgot to tell you, Dave Stevens was born without legs. I'm not kidding. No legs, born that way, and did everything that I just said at the highest level, except for playing pro. That's how amazing he is. And I had the honor and privilege of, first of all, getting to meet him. Second of all, having him come on as a guest in our studio in New York. And the man is incredible. I was lucky enough to form a friendship with him. And he is going to be a guest on our show this coming Monday, which I believe is November the 3rd. Please go to, you can go to YouTube, which is another thing I'm supposed to be doing, which shows you how terrible I am at this whole IT crap, is promoting YouTube. After all the before, during, and after all these shows, I'm supposed to be coming on here saying, please, please go to YouTube and subscribe to My Fight Our War. Please go to TikTok and follow us at TikTok. And these are all things I forget to do. So while you're here, please go to YouTube and TikTok and subscribe and follow us. I'd really appreciate it. But you could also see, you can see the interview from New York for our studio in Connecticut with Dave Stevens when he was a guest in studio. And it was just very, very inspiring. It really is. He is truly an inspiration. Go to his page, Dave Stevens, his Facebook page. He does so much for so many. He is that disabled. He has got the abilities outweigh disabilities in any and every way. And he does so much with kids, and kids just gravitate to him. I could go on and on. It was a couple months ago, Amber, but just go. You could probably Google Dave Stevens, My Fight Our War, or like I said, just go to YouTube and punch in My Fight Our War, and look down until you find Dave Stevens, and it is just unbelievable. When I didn't know anything about Dave. That's the crazy thing. I got his information through Coach Tony Morrissey at ESPN, who he works with him. And when he first got to the studio, he called. I was in the studio already, and he asked OG about an elevator. And I go, elevator? They didn't have it. This building didn't have an elevator. And I wasn't even thinking anything. Like, okay, well, whatever. I come out of the studio, and there he is sitting. He's in the chair, and I look, and it's literally from his waist down, no legs. He's just in the chair, and as he even says during the interview, he goes, I tried to talk about the elephant in the room. People come in, if they don't know him or anything like that, you walk in, obviously you notice there's this man sitting here because he doesn't wear his prosthetics. when we left, I'm sorry, when he left that day after the show, he stuck around for about an hour, and I just picked his brain. The celebrities that this man knows and works with at ESPN, the athletes that gravitate towards him, and it's not because of doing it out of any type of sympathy at all, or well, we just got to do this because of his issues without having legs. It's not that. It's because of all he's accomplished, man. It is so truly inspiring. And you know what, like I said, I could literally, and that's nothing short against any of our other guests or any of you, because and those of you who know me, I talk about all you guys all the time. And that's daily when I'm at work with Harley, when I'm out at the gym, when I'm down at Father Solanus, when I'm at church. My fighter war is always coming out of these lips, and it's always talking about different stories with you guys because you are family. But Tracy, my God, I complain about my feet hurting. And that's just it, Trace. But you know what, Tracy? That doesn't mean your feet hurt any less. That doesn't mean my shoulder, my back hurt any less. But sorry, picking my nose here. I'll just wipe it on the mic. Yes, Amber, I just did that. But when it comes to inspirational people, that's all of you, because that's what you bring to the table. And that's what Dave brought. And some of the things he said were, to say funny and cutting edge, are that's about right. But please check him out. You won't regret it. And he will be coming back on the show live this coming Monday. And it is going to be truly an honor. You guys will love him. And yep, Amber, your cousin here, your cousin Tony Anthony Vitale is in the house. But yeah, so anyways, that's Monday. And we will be on definitely before that. Like I said, be on tomorrow night. And you guys got to give OG hell, man. As much as you guys come after me, Amber, make sure you give her shit for taking the night off, because right now she's probably partying like a rock star, or else she'd be jumping on right now. So, Anthony, you just got here, and time for Manny's jokes. Amber, I can't remember. I mean, I was firing off that one time, man. They were just one after the other. Now, for some reason, man, I'm drawing a blank. And right now, Amber's like, yes. So feel free, before we end the live, feel free if you want to jump in here, whether Amber or Tracy, Gary, anybody, Bueller, Lori, Lipstick Lady, consider it done. Oh, but hey, Amber, you were right. I just looked over, and Susie the Wonder Dog is sound asleep. Sound asleep. But all right. Well, I'm trying to think what else before we go night night. Um, oh, I got nothing. Well, that's all right, Trace. You know what? You're here, and you and Gary. Um, you know what? Yeah, I'm so happy for you guys, for both of you. And this is a team effort when it comes to dealing with what we deal with when it comes to addiction. And John, listen, man, if you're still watching, brother, I didn't think I was going to be on this long, but still, I still wouldn't want to go through all the having to go through the link and the emails and trying to get that hooked up just to cut you off if you're right in the middle of something good. So, looking forward to talking to you, brother, and Christy as well. Tracy, come on, man. I know you got a good knock knock joke. Um, God, I had a few. I had a few guys, but that's our new. We are going to add to our endings of. When I always say that, keep fighting a good fight, because I can honestly say for so many years, The fight that I fought was any fight for any reason, and it was usually the wrong reason. I did some pretty squirrely shit, and I did some things that I regret, and I hurt people, and physically, emotionally, spiritually, and I can never take that back. But it feels pretty damn good now to fight the good fight for the right reasons. So that's why I always say that is keep fighting the good fight. And again with also is just always remember too that addiction is only a word. Addiction is not a death sentence. And of course, can't forget that the best is yet to come. Always believe that. And Amber, thank you for being part of this. Tracy, 0 zinch, not a nine, nothing. So, Tracy, let me get this straight. What do you got for us? So, there's still a chance. That's what we'll do. We'll do funny one liners again from shows. Hello? Hello? Amber? We'll do funny one liners. We'll go from everything from I'm your Huckleberry to the drunk piano player. You're so drunk, you probably see two of me. I got two guns, one for each of you. All right, guys. After that, Amber's like, good God. All right. On behalf of Susie the Wonder Dog, Groot, the party and rock star OG. Good night, guys. I love you. I appreciate you, man. And we will be chit chatting very soon. We'll be on again tomorrow. And until then, man, keep fighting that good fight. Addiction is only a word, not a death sentence. And the best is definitely yet to come. Love you guys.